Good morning, coconuts. Happy Monday. Just getting situated. So, as you can see, we have had a huge drop, and this is a result of our favourite orange man threatening the whole of NATO with 10% tariffs. Germany being one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world, this has had quite the negative effect. So I think we could be in for quite the tumble. Or has it already happened? We don't quite know yet. But we're going to wait to see some sort of structure, hopefully, before getting in. But sells are looking like sells. Just got to see how things react. Just gonna take the dog out quickly. We had a fantastic week last week. Ended up finishing on. We finished on just over £2,000, so we are a nice 3% up on the account as it stands at the moment. Just going to draw a new line in here on the 4 hour. I think we could be coming down to it. We've got a close on the 4 hour below. I'm going to be in sales now because we're coming down, and I don't want to miss this. That's a big. What's the lot size? 10 sales, lot size. A little bit of risk at the moment, but. Being a bit of an impulsive entry, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, so a bit of an impulse entry to start the week, just based off the tariffs that Trump has imposed. So we're going to be risking a bit more than usual, but sometimes you got to do it. So we've had a lower low now as well on the 15. 1 hour, just broken below structure a little bit. Yeah. So anticipation to move to the downside. I'm going to be targeting this area. Yeah, a bit of a risk here, but as we did break below the 200 moving average on the 4 hour and massively down on the 1 hour, I think we could be okay. Just a lot of uncertainty came into the market previously. When I blew my live account, as I recall, there was a lot of tariff stuff going on, so I should be a little bit more careful, to be honest. But we just come to this area, but we'll see. We'll see. Bit of an impulse entry. Still staying under the 200. Yeah, I think sentiment in the market is going to be bearish today, just based on all this tariff stuff. It's not good. Just going to have a quick look, see if there's any news. So we're live. It's good that we came up. That's nice. We want to see continuations down now. Actually, bring stops down. Could have been wrong with this one, but we'll see. For 1 hour. Okay. continuation down. If we can break some lows here, we could be in for a nice trade. We've got to keep the stops tight if we do go into profit. Any additional news? Let's see what this 5 minute does. So we did have a rejection to the upside here. And it depends how many people are jumping in early today. But overall, this is a massive dump. Massive dump here. We shall see. If we do break this, I think we continue down nicely. Or the move may have already happened, and we're a bit late. Just going to see how this candle closes. If it closes green, I may be tempted to get out. Stops a bit high. I don't like it. Not today. Yeah, this could be invalid. Ooh, Bitcoin took a dump. Gold seems high. US market as well. Bit scared. Yeah, I don't like how this is looking. I'm going to jump out. Silly Monday morning trade. That was a bit silly. I'm going to have to wait to see Now, what happens? Bit antsy. Just didn't want to miss out. That's what FOMO will do. So we're down about 0.2 there. So let's just see if we reject any areas here. Yeah, I've gone in too early then. No good. But that's fine. Shit happens. Be an interesting day. Yeah, this is quite a strong area, huh? So, could have been right. Stop. The lot size was a little bit high. To continue there. Unfortunately, our buddy Tommy is close to passing his challenge. Tommy boy. Yeah, come back up now. Unable to break the lows, unfortunately. That. Tariff news. Time to be a bit overcautious. Bitcoin took a really big tumble. I think there was some fake news that Satoshi sold some of his Bitcoin, and then it turned out to be somebody trolling. Just to show you how easily manipulated it can be. Yeah. So no bias at the moment. I'm just going to wait to see what happens. Only thing I would say is we are well below the moving averages, even on the 4 hour, which hasn't happened since the 5th of beginning of December, where we dipped slightly below. Could come up to test where we came down from. That's quite a ways away. I'm not sure how Germany's going to respond. At the moment, staying below everything. Well, well, well. Yeah, I'm happy we got out of that. So we lost. How much did we lose then? We lost 0.1% then, which is okay. We can deal with that. Just wait for a better setup. So what we're going to do today, because previous structure's been completely destroyed because of this news that came out with the tariffs, I'm going to check the old Forex factory and see the news. So it's not saying that there's any serious news today, except for on the Canadian dollar. However, I'm reluctant to take a trade. We're just sitting in this zone at the moment. We took a silly little impulse sell, but we got out of that very quickly, and 0.1% down on that. So thought potentially we could break some lows, but it didn't quite go there, and I jumped out, and that was a good thing because it seems to be doing a little reversal and staying in the range. We're about 30 minutes away from the market open. Let's see how it will react. Currently on the 1 hour, we're sitting below all the moving averages, the 20, the 50, and more importantly the 200. The 20 and the 50 have dumped below the 200 as well. Big crossovers. So I think we'll wait to see what happens with this range. And I typically, you could range, have a nice little fake out, and then a move to the up or the downside. Could go either way. But yeah, it's just got to be careful when there is tariff news, because if I do remember rightly, that's how I lost my funded account previously. Around tariffs, where something would suddenly change, you're too exposed, and that's how they get you. Welcome to the stream, whoever you are, wherever you are. Not sure if we've even got anybody. Same 2 viewers, whoever they are. Thank you for joining. Could be a lot of waiting around. Potentially won't take another trade today, but if an opportunity does present itself, might be game. But at the moment, I'm not particularly liking it. We've had a massive dip because of tariff news. I think it was 10% that Trump was threatening on all NATO countries. Germany is a massive importer to the USA, so it could have very, very big effects on the economy there. Germany is the European manufacturing hub, creates all sorts of things for companies worldwide. So, patience today. Oh, I was really excited this morning. Yeah, so we're sitting around 3% on the account. Obviously, we need to do the 10% and then a 5. So at our current trajectory, we've got another 4 weeks to get fully funded, which would put us somewhere in the middle of February. Could have a nice little personal target of passing before my birthday, which will be the 23rd of February. But I think things we need to work on this week would be holding on to positions longer, and leaving runners. I have been not holding on to the winners as long as I should. We've definitely been able to get out of trades that haven't been working, so that's a positive. But yeah, we left a lot of money on the table with our trades. You can see here, it's at least another 50% on the trade there. Here, almost another 100% on the trade here. And that's kind of been a theme throughout, but just something to bear in mind moving forward. Maybe a bit overly cautious, but being overly cautious never got anyone's account blown, so there is also that. I do have a nice bit of software that I was going to install. I was a little bit late this morning. It's to do with, I've seen these before. They're called Magic Keys. Version 1 from back in the day. About 5 years ago now, I got these. And yeah, I think they still work. It's good for calculating lot sizes before you enter trades. You get some nice clear visuals on the chart before you do so, just to help manage risk a little bit better. Yeah. We're in this big old range. 4 hour rejected the lows of the previous 4 hour. But definite panic in the market here with this drop, and what really kind of scares me is that we have dipped below the 200 moving average for the first time in about 7 weeks. So if that doesn't signal and that's on the 4 hour, and if that doesn't signal a change, I don't know what does. On the daily, we'll probably come back. It wouldn't be out of the question to retest this whole area here, which is what we've been saying since the beginning last week. We were talking about that. But I'm going to be holding my horses as it stands at the moment. Will we come back to test where we drop down from? Could be one of these scenarios. Bing, bing. Oh, I always do that. I'm always messing up. Yeah, what a change from all-time highs last week. A bit of a tumble now. Let's clear the chart up a bit. Let's get us some new levels going on here. So this is the opening high today's high so far. And these are the lows. This could be an area to bounce off. Yeah. It's range. Buying or selling at this point, I would say, is extremely risky, as we found out. We have about 20 minutes to go before the open. Let's see what happens. If we drive up and we see some nice big rejection candles, we'll be in for sales, and similarly to the upside, if we see sales, we see rejection candles to the downside, we'll take a trade up. But hard to tell at the moment, so let's not waste any trades. We already have done one, which didn't work out. Well, we don't know if it would have worked out, but I didn't like the lot size was a little bit big. Might stick to 5s today if we do enter something. Didn't do a video for Friday, unfortunately, but I will upload. Well, I did do it, but I didn't edit it, and I will get that uploaded with today's one as well. Little shorts, couple little shorts. Yeah. Yeah, really happy with last week though. Great start. Managed the risk well, and yeah. Losers were small, the winners were bigger. Win rate was over 60%. Only overtraded on one day, which was still a winner. But yeah, five winners in a row last week. Full week in the green. But what happens after a winning streak a lot of the time? A losing streak. So, but we don't know yet. Try and be optimistic. We've already lost one small trade today. Very small, but that's okay. Yeah, be interesting to see what happens with this range. It was interesting last week. There was a push up before the market close, right at the end here, where we actually lost another very small trade here. This was we lost about 145 we lost. So 2 losing trades in a row, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to leave this one here. Liquidity zones. Yeah, it's tough when this structure gets broken like this. Look at it. Difficult to judge. Congratulations to those who had sells locked in over the weekend. You would have woken up to some nice profit this morning. That wasn't us though, unfortunately. Seems to be a rejection going on. The 15-minute candle is going to be closing shortly. There was no continuation up. See what happens. It's going to go on mute for the time being. Okay, so this 1 hour candle is still green, however it is it's been slammed right down. Still in the range, but it's not liking the upside. It's not liking the upside. But no overall clear direction at the moment. Still stuck in this range for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, entered this range about 6, 7 hours ago. So curious. It's quite a big range as well. I'm looking for basically one of these kind of candles here. If we can get down to the level that we have here, and then have some sort of strong bounce off that level with a rejection, then that may be our little flip that we've been looking for. As it stands, see this one here could have trapped a lot of people. So it's a nice strong buy signal, but as you can see, it didn't pan out. I think if we break there, we can expect to come down to at least this area, but we have broken the 200 moving average on the 4 hour, which hasn't happened since December, early December at that. Daily, still not there, but could be coming right down to test it. Could be coming right down to test it. Somewhere over here. But it was a news event that caused this, so it's not always indicative of an overall change. Could just be reaction. But we've got to see what old Trumpy Claus does. 10% tariffs on all of Europe would be quite considerable. Trade war 2026. Boom. Who was in buys from the bottom here. Hope they got out. Big rejection on the up to the upside. Big old rejection. Four minutes left. If we'd stayed in our trade, we would have approaching the break-even mark. But let's forget about that one. That was a bit of a silly impulse that we had. But now, having a look, does seem to be some pressure to the downside in the last couple of minutes of this 1 hour candle. Are we going to break out of this range? breakout on the hourly is more important than the breakout on lower time frames. Yeah, but we're starting to break lows now. Could be a dump incoming. Could be a dump incoming. But we'll see. Look. With volume coming in, a break to the downside would not be surprising, especially with this big rejection that we've had here. But will we stay above this level? Which we've just... Oof, do I take a small one? Yeah. Let's see, this is how you get trapped with the FOMO. This is how you get trapped. 1 minute left. Make or break. Sell pressure still there. This could be a big move down. Ooh. Looks like we would have been right, guys. It's potentially gonna come tumbling now. Here comes the volume. Here comes the volume. Germany market is now open. See what happens. Are people going to take advantage of this big discount here? Who knows? Who knows? We are going to wait. Sometimes we wait and we miss. That's fine. Jumping candles right now. First candle of the session was bullish on the 1 minute. A little bit of liquidity here. Big rejection. Flipping bearish. Ooh. Taking sales. Small amount. We've broken lows. We have broken lows. So let's have a look. Yeah, we got not a huge amount of risk on. 3 lot. But it does appear there is a nice push to the downside now. So yeah, we are in. We are locked in. So we'll see how far we can go with this. Because it's a small one, I think I'll probably go here. 2 to 1 on this trade. 2 to 1. So the 5 minute has to close below, and we could go in with another one if we get that 5 minute close. A little bit tighter on this next one, so we're going to do a 7 lot if we get a close below. We're going to get it. Are we going to get the close? Alright. We've got closes below and added some risk. We're going to be tighter on this stop loss with the higher lot. Hopefully we can get a continuation down. Let's see. So stops above the previous hour. We've only broken on the smaller time frame, so hopefully this isn't a fake out. But, let's have a look, see what happens. Based on our strategy, the back test sells for today would have been the right choice, but we'll see. Could be a very short stream today where we lose, but shit happens. We've gone back up inside this range now. This could have been a liquidity sweep to the upside, but I mean overall sentiment is bearish, so just got to stick with it. We're in now, we are locked in. Just need some more confirmations. Further closes below this level would be nice. So we've got it on the 5 minute. If we get it on the 15 minute, that is a good indication for a nice continuation down today. But how far it goes, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Got a solid 1% risk on at the moment. lots of volume entering the market at the moment. Lots of volume. Because of all the profits that have been made over the last couple of weeks, and this bad news that's come out, it is bad news for the markets when tariffs are threatened. Yeah, so we've had it on the 5. Let's see the next candle. It's going to close in a couple of minutes. We want that to close bearish as well. A bit of a waiting game now. Just need to break previous candle lows. Which it looks like it's going to try and do in a second. And hope we can have a big dump off. We got a 10 lot on at the moment in total. Have a couple of different price targets. This was the breakout, but could be wrong here. This could be a losing trade. It's never a guarantee. Couple minutes left. A little bit more momentum to the upside now, unfortunately. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This could be a losing day. Wow. Okay, so we've come back into the range now, which is not what we're looking for at all. But we'll see. Got to risk it for the biscuit. Yep, this is not looking good, people. We need to start wicking down, otherwise we're in big trouble. But yeah, could be our first big loss. Currently in drawdown. We are expecting the volume to push down, but it seems that we did stop. We took some trades. They're not panning out. Not today. The market giveth, and then the market ticketh away. This 15, yeah, so the 15-minute here is absolutely wrecking us. So, yeah, not feeling good about this at the moment, but we're locked in. See what happens. See what happens. Can all change. Impulse entries because of the break of the lows here is what happened. It seems that we're going to go back to the top of this range here, which unfortunately is going to stop out our larger position very soon. This could have been the manipulation here, but we'll see. Could be a wrap, people, unless we get some sort of big rejection in the last 1 minute here. I think it's we've made a mistake. If the 15-minute doesn't close below here, yeah. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. You want a rejection now, or forever hold your peace. Uh-oh, that's not good. Not a good sign, not a good sign. We're still in, barely. And there's our stop. Losing trade, losing trade. We are down, we are down. Could have our first red day. Still in with our smaller position, which we'll hold to see if we get a rejection off the top of this area here. But unfortunately, we didn't get a nice continuation to the downside. got our stop set. We're not going to move anything. We're going to see how it plays out. Going to be at least a 1% drawdown today by the looks of things. And if that's the case, if we get stopped out here, we end the stream. We don't do any. If we lose for the day, we lose. We continue on till tomorrow. And by tomorrow, there'll be maybe a little bit more of a clearer structure. It was risky trading today. We took the risk, and it seems that we have lost. Especially if there's if we break out of here, we are not looking good. On the wrong side of it today, people. We are on the wrong side of it. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. See what happens here. Couple seconds left of this candle. See if we reject the range. It's looking like it's going to push through though. Entries were bad today. So we lost about 1,000 today. It's no good. So there is a break on the 5 minute to the upside. By the looks of things, let's have a look. Yeah. No good. Let me see. Still in with our smaller position, which if we'll just stay in and see how it plays out. It's not looking good at all. No good. Big L today so far. Over risk, big L. Oh well. Shit happens. 7th broken, had a clean close outside with any meaningful candles yet. See what the 30 minute does. If we don't break out, we could come back down. So yeah. Still hovering around the key position at the moment. Will the 5 minute dip back in? At the moment it's not. Yeah, we are cooked. We are cooked. Cooked. No good. is going to be us, people. This is going to be us. So takeaways from this is that I think it's important to wait for further structures to form before jumping in after news events. Yeah. Unless there's some almighty rejection. Which I don't think there will be. Whoa. See what 5 minutes saying. See if it comes back into the range. It's not looking like it will really. But who knows? Same thing happened down here though. See, we took a trade on the 5 minute because there was a big rejection. Turned out to be a little fake out. And we got tricked. Five minutes left of the 30-minute candle. Will it stay within the range or not? Holding on for dear life with this short position at the moment. See what happens. Four minutes left. Going to be at a loss at about 1,000 today. Not good, not good. Always the temptation to overtrade, but we're going to refrain because we're at our max allocation for the day. There is a rejection, struggling to get up past the range. But this is, I'll be surprised. We are dipping back into the range on the 5 minute. Oof, the temptation. The temptation. But what we'll do, we'll leave this. We'll leave this running if we're able to stay in the game. 3-lot runner. Wow. 2 minutes left. Still in the range. Unable to push up. Even with all the volume. It is a very strong bullish candle, but it has been stopped in its tracks. Bullish, more like bullshit. Coming back down to around the area where we were stopped out previously. Could this be the manipulation here? Who knows? Who knows? But we are still in the range. Less than a minute to go on the 30. Rejection to the upside now. See what happens. Wrong side of the trade today so far. Sad coconuts today. It's all a learning experience, because I will remember not to do this again. Okay, close on the 30 below the resistance level. This would have been, if we do go to the downside, this would have, around here would have been the entry, you know. But we did break highs, we broke lows down here. One hour, go to the 1 hour now. See what happens. Just gonna go on mute for a while. So guys, looks like we're going to be out for the day. We have just ripped through both of our stops, down 1,000 for the day. Not good at all. That's half of last week's profits, but we'll take the L and we'll move on till tomorrow.